Hello everyone and welcome to Cricket World TV. Jim White here again with John Pennington. John, thanks for being here today to talk us through these fantastic games of cricket.
What a day it's been.
Absolutely. Now we've got two games to look at here in more detail. Now first of all we're going to go to Bangladesh for the third game in the tri-series there between Bangladesh, the host, and India. And another big run chase, John, and what a fantastic game of cricket. Absolutely
right. We've got nearly, I've got to do some maths now, just shy of 600 runs being scored. Bangladesh putting up a very, very impressive performance. Not quite good enough, however. That man Dhoni has done it again, a century, leading India to a 6-wicket winner for Bangladesh in that particular game out in Mirpur.
I thought initially that the start they made, they were on for a big score, just fell away in the middle there.
Bangladesh, that's right, they bucked the recent trend. They actually won the toss and chose to bat first. They did make a brilliant start. Imran Kayal made 70, Tamim Iqbal 60. Yeah, they put on 80, I think, in not much time at all. Then India hit back with some wickets, but Bangladesh came back again. Mahmudullah unbeaten on 60 and 45 balls of the death. Really using the batting power play very, very well indeed. And they closed on 296 for 6. A national record for Bangladesh against a fellow test-playing nation and the highest score of the series as it stood at the time.
They're probably hoping that was enough, but probably in the end 20 or 30 runs shy.
Yes, the sort of par scores keep going up and up in this tournament, and as you say, India got home with the 15 balls to spare in the end. They made a very poor start. They were 51 for 3 with Sehwag, Gumbir and Yuvraj out, but then Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Virat Kohli put on 152 for the 4th wicket. That was the game-changing partnership. Dhoni unbeaten on 101, Kohli made 91. When he was dismissed, Suresh Raina came just to put the icing on the cake, really, an unbeaten 51 to get them home with a little bit to spare.
Brilliant. Being a Tri-Nation series, they've all played 2 matches now. What are the standings?
That's right, Sri Lanka of course played 1-2. They beat both Bangladesh and India in the first 2 days of the tournament. India now played 1-1. Bangladesh played 2, yet to get off the mark, but they have been pretty impressive.
And next game coming up for them?
Well, they're packing the games in thick and fast. Bangladesh take on Sri Lanka on the 8th of January.
I'm sure it'll be another thrilling encounter in that tri-series. Now, of course, the other game we've been talking about today is the 3rd test in South Africa, where England were battling hard there to basically stave off defeat, if I can get my words out. And they were chasing a rather large total there to try and win the game. And in the end, JP, it was nearly a great win for South Africa.
It nearly was, and it was nail-biting stuff there. The nominal target for England, of course, 466. There was a time when Strauss and Cook were batting on the 4th day with 101 they put on, thought maybe England are going to have a chance here. Then they lost 3 wickets for 30-odd runs, started the day with those 3 wickets down, and eventually closed the day on 296 for 9, but that really doesn't quite tell the whole story, as you can imagine. First of all, they lost the wickets of James Anderson and Jonathan Trott before lunch. 5 wickets down at lunch, one thought, South Africa got to be big friends. Then Ian Bell and Paul Collingwood battered through till tea. They put on 112. The runs weren't so important, it was the balls used up. They batted 57 overs, which is just a remarkable statistic, isn't it? But they both fell late on. The usual sort of clatter of wickets, just like Centurion, just like Cardiff against Australia earlier in the year. And again, it was Graham Onions there at the end, batting out the final over from Morley Morkel to stave off defeat. As you said, also very importantly, means England going to that 4th and final test in Johannesburg 1-0 up. They can't lose the series.
Which of course is a fantastic achievement for them, given where they were probably, what, 2 years ago. They really have made some great strides.
They've won the Ashes, they've not lost in South Africa. They really have done very, very well indeed.
I mean, some highlights of that game we've just spoken about there, the scores earlier. First of all, Paul Collingwood's backlift obviously now isn't even horizontal, I don't think. I think Graham Smith has been quite perturbed by the just complete. I mean, it's a great attitude from Paul Collingwood, isn't it? You know, he knows he could score runs, but his job is to stay there and not get out, and he's very, very good at that.
That was the job of all the batsmen today, and particularly Bell and Collingwood. They were the ones who really stood up and said, yes, this is my day, I'm not going to lose this game, South Africa. You can bowl as much as you like, you're going to have to really work hard to get my wicket, and in the end that sort of attitude prevailed.
And I'm sure more frustrating times for South Africa, because they've been within 1 ball of winning and being 2-1 up in the series.
I suppose the question then comes down to the declaration. I mean, 466 runs, were England ever going to chase those down? Probably not, but it's easy to say now after the game. At the time, you don't want to be you obviously don't want to go 2-0 down. Difficult balancing act for the captains.
Absolutely right. I did read a survey that was online on one of these South African broadcasters' websites, and he actually said have we got enough time? Vote yes or no. What are the results? 83% of people said yes, it should be enough time. Now, as it's turned out, not quite, but there we go. Okay, well, John, thanks again for your insights into those two games. More cricket coming up, and we look forward to your company again here on Cricket World TV.